I hope you're wearing shorts and flip-flops because in today's video I'm going to give you guys 3 really hot takes about Stardew Valley. Now, Stardew Valley is a very popular game with a very big fan base, and I also really like the game, but yeah, I have a lot of opinions about this game that most of the fan base is going to strongly disagree with. As you're watching today's video, please let me know in the comments down below what is your Stardew Valley hot take, and what do you think of my 3 hot takes. Hot take number 1. I'm going to start out with a really controversial one, and that is that I don't think the Joja route is the bad route or even the evil route. I think from both a gameplay perspective and from a storyline perspective, the Joja route is not that bad. And actually, honestly, for me personally, it's my preferred route. In case you didn't know, in Stardew Valley, there's actually 2 paths. On one path, you can join Joja, you can get a Joja membership, and then you can start to buy different advancements for the town, or you can restore the community center. If you go the community center route, you're going to have to fulfill different bundles. So this means you're going to have to scour the game, trying to find different types of items, and then every time you complete a bundle, you're going to get a special item, and then later that's going to upgrade part of the town. I strongly believe that you should have 2 different play files, one that you do the Joja route and the other one where you do the community center route. On the one hand, I do like the community center route in that it really encourages you to do different things and experience all the different parts of the game. However, I don't know about you, but me personally, I really don't like the fishing in this game. So for me, if I go the community center route, then yeah, I always have to do a lot of fishing, and it just, I don't know, for me, it just dampens the whole play file. So I actually kind of prefer the Joja route in this sense, in that, yeah, you can play the game however you want, so you have a lot more freedom when you do the Joja route. You don't always have to constantly be thinking about what crops are you growing, where are you going to catch that fish, that type of thing. You can really just go at your own pace and play the game how you want to, because yeah, you're always going to be slowly making money, so you can just use that money to upgrade the town. Those are the gameplay reasons that I think you should do both routes. In terms of the storyline, a lot of people see Joja as a big evil corporation, and so they think it's better to run Joja out of town. However, I actually think that Pierre and Joja, they're both kind of necessary evils. The funny thing about Pierre is that even though he's a small shop owner, he's actually also very capitalistic. So people like to paint Joja as a capitalist monster, but actually Pierre is just as bad. Whenever he gets an opportunity to, he's always going to jack up prices. So if you decide to go the community center route and you make Joja leave the town, then it actually creates a monopoly in Stardew Valley. Now the only place that you can buy seeds is Pierre's shop. Also, if you do the community center route, then Pierre is actually going to get physical. He's going to have a physical fist fight with another villager. So yeah, I really don't think helping Pierre out is the moral way to go. So in the comments down below, you don't have to tell me that Joja is bad because this, that, and the other. I know that Joja is bad, but my point is just that Joja is just as bad as Pierre. So I'd rather have 2 competing stores as opposed to just one monopoly. So for me personally, in terms of gameplay and in terms of storyline, I think that all Stardew Valley players should play both games. I know this is going to be a really hot take. A lot of people hate the Joja route, and I know people who have played Stardew Valley many, many times, and then they still just never want to do the Joja route. But I strongly recommend all of my viewers to play both routes if you are a Stardew Valley fan. Hot take number 2. Stardew Valley 1.5 was a hot mess. Now, I absolutely love Stardew Valley. I love Eric Barone, the creator of Stardew Valley, and in general, I think he's made outstanding decisions when it comes to Stardew Valley. I'm super hyped for Haunted Chocolatier, and yeah, nothing but love coming from me. However, I personally did not enjoy 1.5. It added a lot of endgame content where you go to a different island and you get to meet more villagers. So I was super hyped to get to meet 3 new villagers, but yeah, if I'm being completely honest, I think all 3 of the new villagers are all extremely lame. Like me personally, I'm much more excited to get to know the villagers that were added by Stardew Valley Expanded, and yeah, not these 3 characters that were added in 1.5. All 3 of those characters, yeah, they're all really weird, and yeah, I'm not a fan at all. I also feel like this Ginger Island, it kind of reveals some of the flaws of Stardew Valley, being that in Stardew Valley, I really don't think you have enough time. And it's funny that I'm saying this because I actually think that in the early game, the time aspect works really well. I love playing the first couple of years of Stardew Valley. However, the longer you play the game, the more the time constraints of one day, they really start to get to you more and more. And when you have to spend days going to Ginger Island and trying to complete all the things on the day cycle, I don't know, I just feel like the game is kind of competing with itself. And when I say that, I mean, yeah, I just think that the time aspect, it doesn't really work well with the 1.5 added content. It's funny because I think the time aspect works well in the beginning dungeons because, yeah, I feel like you have just enough time to do your farm stuff, do a bit of socializing, and then go to the mines. But once you add in the Ginger Island on top of everything that you're already doing every day, yeah, it just gets way too hectic. So yeah, I love playing cozy games, but I don't feel like the late game of Stardew Valley is cozy at all. And it was made worse by 1.5. So for me personally, I was really kind of disappointed in Stardew Valley 1.5. I kind of feel like the content of the Ginger Island, it doesn't really work well with Stardew Valley. I much rather would have seen the town expanded a bit more, maybe some more normal type villagers that could interact with you. For me, I really like replaying Stardew Valley many times, so I would have loved to see more early game content. For me personally, I hope that future updates of Stardew Valley, they focus more on the first year of Stardew Valley, maybe having some different villagers that you can meet, and also having different modes that can mix the game up a little bit. For me, the endgame content at 1.5, it was just a big miss. And my third and final hot take is I wish that Clint was a marriage candidate. I think it would be really easy to have kind of a rom-com storyline for Clint. In the beginning, he thinks that he really likes Emily, but then as you as the main character, as you're helping him try to get Emily, he ends up falling for you instead. I think that would be a really cute and kind of funny storyline to see play out. And as most of you guys know, I much prefer characters who are a bit different from the norm as marriage candidates, and I think that Clint fits that bill quite well. I also kind of wish that the wizard was a marriage candidate so we could see more scenes with him, but yeah, I don't think that's as much of a hot take as wishing that Clint was a marriage candidate. Most of the Stardew Valley fan base doesn't really like Clint. In the past, a popular modder said that they were going to make Clint into a marriage candidate, but then, yeah, it turned out to just be an April Fool's joke. So, yeah, me and probably 2 other people in the world, we were a little bit upset that it didn't end up happening. Luckily for us, there is a Clint marriage candidate mod, and yeah, I'm definitely going to check that out and see how it goes. So those are my 3 hot takes of Stardew Valley. Please let me know in the comments down below, what are your hot takes? Did you agree or disagree with mine? Don't forget to hit that like button, and I'll see you guys next time.